The Northwest Indiana Rugby Club is comprised of both men and women in Northwest Indiana and South Chicagoland. We're an 18-plus organization. We play teams in the Chicago Area Rugby Football Union, which is then under the Midwest Rugby Football Union. The men practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the women practice on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we have matches on Saturdays.
You don't have to have any experience in rugby at all. You can walk on to the club and onto the team and we'll show you how to play. So, for people who are into sports and don't necessarily have a sport they do now, it's a good outlet for them. We teach you. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to have any prior experience.
Rugby was started way back in the day by somebody picking up a soccer ball and running through the goal and, touching it down and scoring points. And it kind of just stemmed from there with elements of wrestling. It's a lot of low, leg takedowns, single legs, double legs, things like that. And then you can even throw some cheerleading in there where we're lifting a guy up in the air. So there's two people are jumping up in the air and two guys are lifting them up and they're going up and contesting for a ball that's being thrown in.
So I don't have a lot of soccer experience, but I hear a lot of people say that it compares a little bit closer to soccer than it does to football. And a lot of people do think football. And so if you want to relate it to football, it's football without pads. In rugby, you can at 1 minute be on offense, so you are passing the ball and making progress to the uprights. And then it can turn over and then you can be on defense and everyone adjusts quickly. It's the same players on the field, so you're doing everything.
The best way to describe it is organized chaos. You never know what's going to happen. Like she said, you could be trying to catch the ball and it falls out of your hands and the other team just scoops it up right there and then boom, you got to tackle that guy or else he's going to go and score immediately. We've got several Marines that have actually been around and for a long time, and they relate it to being in the armed forces because you always have to have somebody that has your back. If you go out on a lone and somebody has a big run, that's great and everything, but if the defense swarms him up, play doesn't stop when he goes down. They can get him on the ground, they can rip the ball from him, and if one of our guys isn't there to be support, then we're going to lose the ball. So it's it builds a lot of trust. Like somebody's got your back. Like every time you're out there, you know that somebody's going to come and they're going to clean off the defense and protect you while you're going down with the ball. Everybody, we're out here, we all have jobs, we all have lives, we all have families. We want everybody to leave any practice, any match that we have safely. Nobody's out there trying to hurt anybody, maliciously. Like things do get aggressive and people do make hard tackles, but nobody's trying to hurt anybody. The biggest thing in rugby is the way that we tackle. We preach cheek to cheek, so my face cheek to a butt cheek, and it's tight, low, like a double leg takedown like a wrestler. And keeping your head away from the body, going in and squeezing down and, kind of rolling through the tackle and then just popping right back up. Statistically, I believe it's 450%, give or take, on a professional level of like NFL to Major League Rugby. That's, 450% less likely to have an injury. It's probably the most important thing that we preach. It's just the camaraderie is absolutely off the charts. At this point, I've played for 12 years, and anybody that we play in the Chicago area at Union, I can look across the field and recognize at least 13 out of 15 of their starters. We travel to these teams. They travel to us every time that we will go to them. They'll take us out to their social bar. They'll give us food and beer. As much as their club allows the bar tab. Same thing when they come here, we'll get a couple of kegs and cook food for them, and they'll come and we'll hang out. We'll do a man of the match, a woman of the match, and they'll both have like a chug off and hang out, social with each other. We'll play some drinking games, we'll sing some rugby songs, and hang out for a couple hours after the match. So after we get done, beating each other up for 80 minutes, then we go and hey, you really got me out there, man. Here's a beer on me, type thing. So
you really do become friends with these people because you've been in the environment for so long and you've seen them so many times. When I go anywhere to play rugby, I always find someone I know, and it's a really small world after a while.
Yeah.